What is going on, YouTube? Kingdra here, and welcome to our Week 8 prep against the Kansas City Kingdras, coached by Kingdra Plays Games. Now, this team is really just gonna be a hassle. It's gonna be a hassle. Nothing against the coach. He's got a lot of bulk, and I am not good at bulk. But, as you can see, as per usual, we have the team listed below. And he's got a Mega Venusaur, a Tornadus Therian, Donphan, Arcanine, Vaporeon, Hitmonlee, Rotom Frost, Cinccino, Aromatisse, Zygarde, and a Doublade. Now, as you can see, I have listed all of the bulk he has, as well as one or two pretty good heavy hitters. Now, our team is power. And I don't mean that as in it's the best. I mean that we possess a lot of actual strength between our physical attack, special attack, and above average speed. Unfortunately, we really don't have too much in the defensive area. We've got Swampert, Zapdos, and Fortress. And Tangela, if you want to count that. So, as per usual, what we expect him to bring is going to be in yellow. What I kind of, sort of think is coming is going to be in red. If it's not colored in, I don't foresee it coming at all. Now, let's get started. I really expect him to bring this Mega Venusaur. Mega Venusaur walls pretty much my entire team. I think max attack, adamant, Mega Beedrill hitting with a poison jab is doing maybe 50%. I don't want that. I'm not okay with that Mega Venusaur. It can do a lot of things. I definitely expect him to bring the EQ for Beedrill, Infernape, Heatran. It can eat any hit from all of them except a Choice Specs Eruption Heatran, but I'm not bringing that. That doesn't even make sense. I mean, against this squad, it's really not going to do a whole lot. Especially just trying to preserve it to make Eruption do maximum damage. I don't have time for that. I don't have the capacity to do that. So Mega Venusaur is definitely gonna be annoying, especially with powders. Oh my god, I don't want to deal with those powders. My team cannot afford to be asleep. I really can't afford to have anything on my squad asleep. So we're gonna try to avoid that as much as possible. Tornadus Therian. I have no experience with this mon whatsoever. I think I used it once or twice. Never battled one. No idea what it does. It's got Regenerator. I think it can U-turn, learns knockoff, and I know it for a fact it gets Hurricane. So, I feel like this is unfair. I have it in the maybe slot just because I really don't know enough about it to base any kind of opinion. He might bring it. It's powerful. It's good. It's fast. I imagine it could do things to my team. Donphan is a spinner. It's a bulky spinner. If he's watched any of my matches, he knows I always go for the rocks. He's going to have to bring Donphan. Has to. Arcanine it's just so good overall. It's got bulk, flash fire. It's got power in general. Definitely see Arcanine coming, whether it be bulk or power. Just, it can do whatever you want it to do. Arcanine's just too good. Same with Vaporeon. It's a lot more on the bulky side, especially if you pump its defense up. It's got really high special attack, which I feel is overlooked a lot more than often. Props to Specs Vaporeon. I will miss that thing. But I definitely see Vaporeon coming, especially just to solidify the Mega Venusaur, Arcanine, Vape Core. That's going to be really difficult for me to break, and it's really the reason I see it coming in the battle. Next, we have Hitmonlee, dedicated cleanup. Hits hard, it's fast, and has Unburden. What more can you ask for? I definitely see Hitmonlee being here as maybe a mid to late sweep attempt, if not just a strong wall breaker. If you want to, I mean, I've got Fortress. Cinccino, with the right build, Cinccino can rip my team apart. It can. Now, I don't know if he knows that. I'm not about to let him know that. But I can see it coming. We do have preparation against that, which I will get to in just a couple minutes. Next is Zygarde. It's got natural bulk, it's got setup, and it can just eat things. Now, understandably, Zygarde really can't stand up to a Sneasel all that well, which is why I haven't. Maybe I don't think he'll bring it, but at the same time, I think he'll bring it more so than Rotom-Frost or Aromatisse, because let's be honest, his team is bulky, but Vaporeon can Wish Pass better than Aromatisse. Mega Venusaur has Synthesis. Last but not least, Doublade. I don't have a normal type. I don't. I really don't. I have nothing that can OHKO Doublade at all. Now, he can easily throw Doublade out there against Fortress or something, get a free SD up. Obviously, I'm gonna switch if I should switch into like Sneasel or something. I can't kill it in one hit. He'll be able to get off either another Swords Dance and a Shadow Sneak, 2 Shadow Sneaks, Sacred Sword. It doesn't matter. Doublade can easily set up against something on my team, and I can get swept by it. It's possible. Unlikely to be a full Doublade sweep, but possible. Now, I did have a test match, and it showed that I am weak to Doublade. So we changed a couple things, maybe just a moveset here or there. But that is my opponent's team. That is my concern. Those are my worries. We are going to see what we are bringing against him. Now, we are going to start head first with the Stormcaller himself, Zapdos, 8 weeks in a row. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we're bringing him again. We have Stormcaller, the Zapdos, holding those safety goggles just in case he wants to go for some powder attacks. This is my dedicated Venusaur switch-in, because this Zapdos, not only is it holding safety goggles, we have 244 HP, 196 in Spadef with a Calm Nature, and that is just in case he wants to go fully offensive Venusaur. I think a Sludge Bomb does maximum 40%. It doesn't matter that much, though. We have 68 special attack investment. One Air Cutter, if it's offensive, is going to do around, if not a little more than 50% to a Mega Venusaur. If it's defensive, we're going to do around 40%, but we won't eat as much damage. So luckily, Stormcaller is our dedicated Venusaur switch-in. There's not a whole lot else to it. We've got Heat Wave just in case he brings a Doublade, Air Cutter for that Mega Venusaur, Roost just to really stabilize on that health, and Thunderbolt for some strong stab to really hit that Vaporeon hard. Now, this Zapdos, not only can it wall Mega Venusaur pretty well, it deal damage Mega Venusaur pretty well, it hits Donphan super hard as not Spadef invested. It hits Arcanine fairly hard, almost, two hit kills Vaporeon, almost OHKO. Air Cutter deals damage to Hitmonlee. I didn't really calc it, so. And we can do some pretty hefty damage to a Doublade, as well as survive one attack, at least. Past Stormcaller, we are going to finish up our 8-week core with Bruce Willis, the Unbreakable Fortress. He's holding that Rocky Helmet. Just a little bit of prep for that Cinccino over there. If he wants to go for a Tail Slap, bam, we're going to switch in Bruce Willis. He's going to eat at least twice the amount of damage that we do. And I'm very okay with that. We have Spikes, we have Stealth Rocks, Rapid Spin, and Heavy Slam, just on the off chance he feels like bringing Aromatisse. Also, I didn't have anything else to put there. I felt like Volt Switch was a little bit of a wasted move. Figure if I'm bringing in Fortress, he's probably going to bring in Donphan. There's really not much of a purpose to have Volt Switch on. We are running max HP, max defense, 4 attack investment. Probably should have gone Spadef, but what are you going to do? Fortress is not here to kill, he's here to set up and get rid of hazards. That is his only role, and our dedicated switch into Cinccino. Nothing much else. I don't expect Fortress to live long, as it's not really supposed to. Next up, we have Charybdis the Swampert. Now this is a really weird little set. We have 236 HP investment, max defense, and only 20 special attack. We are rocking the Resto Chesto set with Scald, Ice Beam, and Roar. Now, I was really close to going Rest Talk with the Swampert, but if he brought the Vaporeon, I really did not want to take a chance with that, so I decided to keep Roar for a predicted Venusaur switch, for a predicted Vaporeon switch. I do not want those matchups against my Swampert. I want to predict it, and I want to get them out of there. I want to rotate hazard damage. I want to stack it up on him. If he's bringing the bulky team that I expect him to, I want him to switch out as much as possible. I want to force him to switch as much as possible. That is Charybdis' role. We want him switching. Now again, we are max defense. We can take a hit from hit only. We can take a hit from Double-8, and let's be honest, we're not going to want to stay in. We're going to go for the Skull and try to get them burned. If he brings a Vaporeon, we can predict that. Go for the Roar, bring something else out to take some damage. And we do have Ice Beam on there for Mega Venusaur. If it's an offensive build, I think with 20 special attack investment, we do about... not a whole lot, about 20% to an offensive Venusaur, even less to a defensive, but I need the defensive stats. I cannot afford to not have HP and defense investment, so this is what we're sticking with for now. Next, we've got Frank, the guard of where our special fucking cannon right here. He's rocking some choice specs. We have Psychic, not a size shock, just because I know, looking at my team, if he goes bulky Mega Venusaur, he's got to go physical, just for that Mega Beedrill. And let's be honest, if I'm running in Infernape, I'm probably going physical. So I really want to catch him off guard with the Psychic and not the size shock, especially since Psychic can also hit Donphan really hard by bypassing that big defense. Shadow Ball is going to hit that Double-8 super duper hard, not kill it, but we're going to do massive damage, as with this 220 HP investment, we can survive a Shadow Sneak. Now Trick is kind of tricky. Ha! Trick's here, so last ditch effort. We can give that Double-8 some choice specs. We can give that Donphan some choice specs. We can give him only some choice specs and get rid of that normal gem, because let's be honest, he's probably bringing it. We can give Arcanine, if it's bulky, some choice specs. I don't want it just going off using Morning Suns and E-Speeds and Flare Blitz. No, I don't want that to happen. He's not going to bring Special Arcanine. It's not going to happen. There's no reason to. Thunderbolt, I couldn't think of another move to bring, so we tagged on Thunderbolt in case he got Tawny, and for that Vaporeon that I am so expecting to see. Frank is going to put in work. It OHKOs almost everything on this team. We do have max special attack with a modest nature and 36 speed investment. His team's pretty slow. Not slow to a point where I'm comfortable with it, but slow to a point where he can pump speed investment into almost anything and catch me off guard. And I'm not okay with that. But again, I need the HP investment here. I don't want to take a chance on Gardevoir getting hit with something hard, getting hit with some priority. His team does have a ton of priority. He's got Donphan with the Ice Shard, Arcanine with the E-Speed, Vaporeon can learn Quick Attack, Hitmonlee with the Fake Out. I don't know if Chinchino gets priority, but if it does, no one runs it anyway. Double-8 with the Shadow Sneak, I don't want to risk it. I'd much rather have the HP investment and be able to take a hit than the speed. Next, we've got OHKO, oh man, I love this set. OHKO is rocking the Culber Berry. We have 196 HP investment, max defense, bold nature with 60 special attack. Now I know, the first thing you're going to notice is, man, why do you have a Tract on a counter team build? I have learned two things from Kingdra's team. One, he's got a lot of bulk. Two, he never changes his genders. Ever. All of his mons are always the same gender. That being said, Mega Venusaur, Tornadus Therian, Donphan, Arcanine, Hitmonlee, and what was the last one? I forgot the last one. I forgot the last one. He always has 6 males. His team consists of 6 males, 3 females, and 3 non-gender. And with our female Mismagius, and he has to bring at least 3 males on this team. I see no reason for not. It's Mega Venusaur, Donphan, Tornadus T right there. Factor in Hitmonlee and Arcanine. Bam. We're bound to run into some males. This is our disruption. OHKO is here basically to block the rapid spin. If he predicts that goes for a knockoff, we've got the Culber Berry, we've got a max defense, we can fire off an Attract, hit something on the switch in most likely, or we can go for a Thunder Wave and hit something on the switch in as long as it's not Rodent Frost, but really there's no reason to bring Rodent Frost. My squad has 2 fire types, one of them is also a fighting type, as well as a ton of other stuff that can deal with it. Now offensively, we have Shadow Ball for the Double-8. Shadow Ball because of Storm Stab. We have Energy Ball for the Dawn Fan. It cannot kill, but it does some pretty heavy damage. Now, Orko is really just here. I don't expect her to get any kills. Orko is really only here to disrupt his team, paralyze what she can, attract what she can, block this rapid spin, and just fire off on assist damage. Again, she's not made to kill. She's made to live and disrupt. Last but not least, this was a very last-minute change. I think I swapped this mon out right before I set my team to get genned. For the first week ever, we have Reginald, the Haxorus. Now, Reginald, again, his team does not change genders. He has 6 males on his squad out of his 11. I'm pretty sure. I think so. I could be wrong. It could be 5. I don't know. I don't know. It's the majority. I know that. But given we have a Rivalry Haxorus with a Choice Band, 252 Adamant Nature with Earthquake, Poison Jab, Dragon Claw, and Rock Slide. Now, this can OHKO most of his team. Note that I say most, because if it's a female, remember, we have Rivalry, we're going to lose 25% in whatever attack we choose. If it's a male, we get an extra 25%. Now, factor that with the Choice Band, that's 75%. We go for a Dragon Claw, bam. We're hitting for 100% extra damage. Now, this Reginald, this Haxorus, I'm expecting to just run in and just knock out whatever it hits, so long as it's male. Again, gotta be male. And I did swap this in last minute before we got a gen. I didn't actually calc any speed, so I figured let's just be safe and pump all the rest of our investment into our speed stat. I cannot afford to lose the Adamant Nature, so we kept that. But again, his team is scary. Actually, what we did switch out was Infernape. I was going to bring Infernape, but I realized Mega Venusaur is, it's got a lot of stuff. He can go for the powders, that's fine. He can go for the Kingdra and Synthesis, but Mega Venusaur got access to Earthquake. I completely expect him to bring Earthquake. I completely expect him to bring HP Fire just for Fortress, because Fortress are very common. Switching for Mega Venusaur. HP Fire just because I have 2 Fire types on my squad and Mega Beedrill. Mega Venusaur can live a hit from all 3 of them. There's no reason to not bring Earthquake. Now, I feel like in that scenario, the only reason I'd be bringing Infernape was to just kind of clean it up, and I don't want it for that purpose. I need a second wall breaker, specifically a physical one, which is why we have Sir Reginald the Haxorus. All in all, I think we've got our work cut out for us. Again, this is a very scary team we're up against. I'm not uncomfortable with it, but at the same time, that Dawn Fan is just a tank. I mean, if we go for a Dragon Claw on that Dawn Fan, a max defensive Dawn Fan, this Haxorus is hitting it for 70% HP. Again, that's 70% to a max defense HP invested Dawn Fan, and I'm okay with that. But again, he's got a lot of priority. I don't want to get too up on myself with this squad. He's still got a very scary team, especially with that Fire, Water, Grass core. And I'm not looking forward to it. But at the same time, we don't even have like a set date for the match yet. I think we agreed on Thursday. I think. Either way, guys. It's going to be a good time. So make sure you stick around. This is going to be going up Saturday, and the match itself is going up on Sunday. So again, guys, wish your Dwebbles some luck. Hopefully we can get out of this one with 7-1 and keep our space up on that mountain. But until then, I will see you next time. Stay frosty.